Hello everyone, today we are going to present the culture in Wonorejo Mangrove, Surabaya. Specifically, locals' daily life and profession around Wonorejo Mangrove, Surabaya. Wonorejo Mangrove, Surabaya is a coastal area in Surabaya where most of the agricultural area is a mangrove, where the locals' life relies on it. Some of the locals work as a fishermen, salt farmers, street vendors, and they all centered around Wonorejo Mangrove ecotourism. Wonorejo Mangrove ecotourism offers unique tourist destination that is natural, calm, and refreshing. So here, we are going to limit our cultural focus on locals' daily life, occupation, and ecotourism development. There are several problems that we found that affect the livelihood of the locals, which they are: first, ineffective facility maintenance, such as broken planks or items and sanitation problem of trash. And the second problem here is the lack of long-term branding strategy. Due to no continuous social media updates, events to promote the spot, and lack of signs outside the place contributed by the mediocre accessibility of the road to the spot, this made the spot less attractive and made the visitor reluctant to come again. And through this, it affects the culture and the economy of the locals. The locals will have to adapt in accordance to this condition, and thus, they are affected. Here are the locals' opinion in this matter.
Kalau penjualannya sih sekarang turunnya sampai 70%. Sekarang tinggal 30% aja. Kalau depan pemerintah memang punyanya Pemkot. Kalau sini bukan punyanya Pemkot. Sini punyanya FKPM, punyanya Desa Wonorejo aja. Kalau yang dari sini tuh memang asli penduduk sini, Mas. Berkakak KTP sini, kalau nggak sini nggak boleh. Memang harus diutamakan warga sini dulu. Pun di sini lapak-lapak nggak dipungut biaya. Nggak pungut di biaya.
After an interview with street vendor, we can note that first, there are 70% less visitors during the pandemic, which affect the earning of the merchants around. And the second one, the locals understood that there is a split between the government and the private spot. And the third one, the locals are aware that they are prioritized to have occupation in there.
Begini, kondisi fasilitasnya itu apa masih dirawat atau gimana?
Tetap dirawat, kita melakukan terus perawatan. Kalau ada bahan ya dikerjakan, kalau nggak ada ya tunggu dulu.
Itu perawatannya itu gimana? Rutinitasnya berapa kali sebulan atau berapa kali seminggu?
Itu tergantung kerusakan.
Oh, berarti tiap kali ada perusahaan?
Iya, diperbaiki.
Di sini ada kayak publikasi atau platform di mana ada buat branding atau online gitu, ada nggak?
Untuk kegiatan
ini ya mungkin kayak sosial media
untuk promosinya
yeah.
Ya ada IG-nya.
Oh, di IG ada?
Ada KPP Surabaya.
Di KPP Surabaya.
Terus kalau di sini Mangrove Wonorejo ada kamu buka di KPP Surabaya, Instagramnya, terus Twitter ada, di Facebook juga ada.
Itu rutin di
kalau ada kegiatan ya pemerintahan ya, semua kita di sini ada penanaman ya, ada kegiatan kemarin Pak Eri ya di sini ya. Di Tambak Wonorejo MIC 2 itu manen bandeng itu ada itu masih.
Ini kok kalau misalnya kita dari luar ya, dari jalan raya itu nggak ada kayak rambu, kalau di sini tuh ada mangrove atau gimana? Ada.
Yang di Mer itu.
Oh, yang di Mer ya, di Mernya.
Di Mer sana ada itu Unair ya. Mangrove Unair terus kamu belok arah itu kantor pemasaran itu ada tulisannya ya. Ekowisata, terus tulisannya Bosem itu. Cuma ya kan petunjuk arahnya nggak terlalu itu ya. Paham ya. Aku sendiri baru kesini ya nggak ngerti ya.
After an interview with the information center, we found another problems. First, the maintenance. The maintenance are done when the facilities are damaged. And the second one, it can be implied that the department is not aware of the sanitation problem and some of the broken planks. And the third one, the department have had the social media platform update, although only during special events they update. And the fourth one, there is no clear landmarks which shows Wonorejo Mangrove Surabaya at the road of access. According to those problems, we also have solution in mind. Okay. The first solution is the continuous branding. Continuous branding through daily posting in social media, including the existing Instagram and Facebook. This will attract the customer by seeing the catalog of spots given in the social media, thus increasing the visitor of Wonorejo Mangrove Surabaya, and it will mark the existence of the place as an active tourist destination. The second solution is the sponsorship and collaboration. Sponsorship and collaboration with other companies such as food and beverage or companies that are considered financially stable to support the spot with budgeting towards this sector. Through budgeting, the spot will grow in accordance to the sponsorship and collaborations. If the sponsored company is a food and beverage company, the spot can put correlated food spots in it, and the others, financially able companies such as banks and huge corporations, would fund the spot so that the overall budget would increase. The value of the spot will also be improved since product placement means that the spot is well supported, especially if it's sponsored by companies that are valued as high cultural objects. Now moving on to the third solution is online events that promote the spot as tourist attraction. This is also part of the long-term branding strategy, and it will promote the activity of Wonorejo Mangrove Surabaya. Also, it will attract tourists that are interested in educational sector such as learning institute. And after that, we have the fourth solution is sign and landmarks. Sign and landmarks on the way to Wonorejo Mangrove Surabaya by placing signs and landmarks throughout the access. It will attract people around the area. Also, this will affect branding by showing that the spot exists and will lessen the accessibility issue. The signs and landmark will serve as a long-term branding strategy since it can be trademark of the place and thus attracting people to the area. Next one is the fifth solution, regular maintenance and cleaning event. Regular maintenance and cleaning event that happens every few months also works as a tourist attraction and educational event. This event will be attended by volunteers who are willing to help maintain the facilities around the area and help clean the trash that are in the habitat of the mangroves. Not only to maintain the cleanliness and the main function of the conservation area, it would also use to attract new visitors or tourists that are interested in the event or use to educate the participants or the visitors. Now we come to the sixth solution, the regular maintenance of the facilities. This will keep the sanitation traces problems and will prevent long-term damage toward the facilities. The regular maintenance of the facilities will increase the overall quality of the spot. This will attract tourists and make people come back to the spot. Lastly, the solution to the branding and the regular maintenance will affect the income of the locals as the visitor increase, and thus increasing the livelihood quality of the locals. For closing statement, we are aware of how important branding and facility preservation is, and the fact that it could alter the livelihood of the people around the place. Thus, it is important for these issues to be highlighted and taken into action. As we have identified the problems and analyzed the possible solutions, we hope that by providing this solution can preserve culture in Wonorejo Mangrove Surabaya. Designs create culture. Culture shapes values. Values determine the future. By Robert L. Peters.